And welcome to Hua Hin. It was only a quick 3.5 hour train ride from Bangkok, which wasn't too bad. I've been to Hua Hin a couple of times before, but only for about 4 days at a time. So we're here for a month this time, so it'll be good to see a little bit more of what Hua Hin has to offer. And we're in a little side alley, so it's only about a minute walk from the main road. You're at the main shopping centre. About a minute walk up the road, you've got the beach. About a 5-minute walk across the road. But we'll go for a quick walk now, have a look at the main street and see what the beach is like. So Hua Hin's fairly well known as a tourist hotspot. It used to be only a lot of locals would come here on the weekends or long weekends just to get away. But it's become more popular with a lot of people retiring from other countries here. So it does feel a little bit too overpopulated with foreigners, but it's still a nice place to visit. It just seems a little bit more westernised than a lot of towns, especially after we just spent 2 weeks in Nong Khai where there was not many tourists at all and it was a very local Thai town. So you've got Market Village, which is the main shopping centre. There's another one down the road called Blueport, but this one's the bigger one and the more popular one. But you've got your standard fast food outlets here and Western restaurants. There's actually a festival, or like a food fair on for the next couple of weeks. It's sponsored by Singer Beer, so you've got fast food and there's a bar with Singer Beer and stuff. We had a quick look last night, but the food's just a little bit overpriced, so we won't be going there. And one thing that I think is really cool about Hua Hin is the footpaths have pineapple and durian stenciled on them. And it just gives it a bit of a Thai touch kind of thing. And right behind me, you have the Hua Hin Chocolate Factory. They do chocolates, cakes, they've got a cafe in there as well, so they do desserts and meals. They really do make a nice coffee in here as well. But because I'm traveling on a budget and can't afford to drink nice coffee, the only thing I can drink is the instant crap that's in my hotel room. So, if you want to help and allow me to drink a nice, decent cup of coffee, click on the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. And if you feel generous and want to donate and let me have a decent coffee, it'll be greatly appreciated and I love you for it. So thank you. All right, with that out of the way, let's go check out the beach.
Morning, my friend.
Takiab.
Some drink, some food.
No, okay.
Ice cold
Thank
beer.
you.
One for the road. Not try, you never know.
Go to the beach.
After beach.
Okay, maybe.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. And welcome to Hua Hin Beach. They normally have tables and bars set up along here, but it might be a bit early. It's 10:30, 11 o'clock now, so it might be sort of like a lunch afternoon thing. I don't want to film too much because there's people sunbathing and I don't want to disturb them. But it's a nice beach, it's clean. We went for a swim yesterday and the water was really nice and warm. So I think we'll be spending a bit of time at the beach while we're here. I'm going to walk back to the hotel boat. I didn't want to get my feet wet. Damn it. The only problem is the tide comes right up, so there's normally only a little bit of space to walk. So this is what I mean about the tide coming right up. So if you have a look at this, the whole water is now up against the wall. So I've got no way of walking back over to that side of the beach where our hotel is. But we'll see how deep it is. If I can do it, I'll do it. If not, I have to walk all the way back that way to get out. Okay, I found a way to cross. There's a little ledge here that I'm way too clumsy to walk along, but we'll see if I can get across without falling into the drink. Okay, I ran out of railings, so now I have to walk through that. Somehow I'm regretting my decision to go for a walk along the beach. Difficult? It's a pain in the ass, that's what it is.
Is it slippery?
No, you just got to be careful of all the rocks. It's full of rocks, so I got to be careful because I trip and fall over, then all my equipment goes with me. Made it out alive. Okay, so that's Hua Hin Beach. I'm going to head back to the hotel now. It's probably lunchtime now, so Darren's probably starving, waiting for me for lunch, so we'll catch you in the next bit. Can we squeeze?
Yeah.
Let them sit in the sand. We just took the 15 baht green Songthaew bus to Khao Takiab, which is also called Monkey Mountain. So there's a big statue of a gold Buddha, and you go up the mountain, there's a temple, it's full of monkeys. But I always hate monkeys because they're vicious, especially the Thai ones. But we'll go up there anyway and have a look. So there's the little places you just stop and you can have a beer.
Okay.
Why are you so grumpy?
I'm not. I was just going to say, let's walk up the mountain and we'll work out what we're doing as we go. We'll be discussing this little hill shortly.
Yeah, I forgot to mention to Darren that there's a big hill and then about 1,000 steps to go up. So we'll see how he goes. See how I go. Okay, we made it to the top of the road. We've still got stairs to climb. So there's Hua Hin. Better view up top, but it's nice. Are you walking up the stairs? You sure? I don't want to give you a heart attack. Or do I? Well, I haven't been attacked yet, so that's a good sign. Okay, made it to the top, and look at that view. You can't say that's not impressive.
You come and wake me every night. You say you've missed the concept of you and I, you and I. You come and wake me every night. You say you missed the concept of you and I. Catch my head in the earthquake, collect my spine when my disc breaks. When my disc breaks.
Oh, that was nice, and I didn't get attacked by a monkey. So there's 125 stairs. So when you get to the bottom of the car park, there's a couple of souvenir shops that sell souvenirs, drinks, coffee. So after you've walked up that, you can come down and get yourself a drink.
Would you like to feed for the monkey?
Darren, do you want to feed the monkey?
It's 100 baht.
Oh, it's 100, that's a lot of money.
That's alright.
But I'll get scared.
You need the camera.
Ok. Đây là cái gì ạ? Mòn ra đây phát.
No, that's random too. Don't keep walking backwards. Don't keep walking backwards.
No, I can't, they're going to get me.
Hai hạ đi đây đây vô nè.
Okay, I can go away now?
Yes.
Big girl's flowers.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Would you like to do it?
Oh, I don't like them. Okay, that was fun.
We'll just be heading back now to clean his underwear and get a clothes change.
And your whole theory of just hand them to them, it doesn't work because they all come charging at you. Okay, that's something I don't want to ever do again. Guys, you can't be doing that here. Wait, stop it. Stop. You can't be doing that here. There's children around, Jesus Christ. And Stacey's there, but it's too hot. Okay, so that was a nice walk up to what Khao Takiab. Gonna sit here, have my beer, have my omelette, and enjoy the view. See you in the next bit.
Okay, so we're at Sapan Pla Market for this evening. We're just going to add 3 of the umpteen dozen markets down here in Hua Hin in quickly. These ones are the 3 most popular. To give you an idea, the market's way out there. So it's out on a pier, it's a seafood market. We will have a quick walk out there, see what food there is, and once we've done this one, you'll see Cicada Market and what's the other one called?
Tamarind.
Tamarind Market.
And they've also got the main Hua Hin night market.
And a dozen other markets. Yeah. So it's about 32 degrees and about 80% humidity today. Humidity is absolutely killing me today.
So this one's predominantly seafood, and it's open Thursday to Sunday nights. A lot of street food, a lot of seating. So apparently it's supposed to be good. I haven't been here before yet.
It's like Harvey Bay Pier, but better.
Well, this one's got food. Harvey Bay Pier's got crime. The price is cheap though.
It's $2.50. Following Pad Thai, but I have Pad Thai everywhere. You want crabs?
No, you gave them to me already.
I still have to do an oyster omelette. Yeah, well, when I'm in the mood.
Won't you tell me how you feel? I shared my dream with you until the morning. Everybody else have done it.
Okay, so we're at markets 2 and 3 today. So we're going to start off with Cicada Markets, which is more of an artsy market. There's some food, but it's mostly clothes, arts, and sort of, you know, artsy stuff. I don't know. Stuff that's not what I'm into. So, but we're going to go have a look anyway. So it's not a bad little market. The food is different to Tamarind Market next door in the way that you have to buy coupons for the food and then you hand the coupons over to the stall holders. But it's just a mix of Thai food and Western food. Enough seating. And it looks like they have live music of a night as well. So they got like a band set up.
But they don't have volume control.
Oh, everything's so loud. It's not too busy at the moment and people are still setting up, but we arrived at 5 PM as soon as they opened. These 2 markets are popular with tourists and by about 6 PM they're very busy, especially Tamarind Market next door when everyone goes for dinner. So I saw that shirt on some guy the other night and obviously he has more money than I do because there's no way I can afford 750 baht for a shirt, which is about nearly $50, about $40. Okay, that's the Cicada Market's done. It's not too big, so it only takes about 20 minutes to walk around, unless you're going to stop and get food and everything. And it's open Thursday to Sunday, this one. Okay, so let's go to stop number 3, Tamarind Market.
Okay, so we've walked across the road to the next market.
Yeah, so it's Tamarind Market's directly across the road, so it takes like 30 seconds to get from one to the other. And this one's just all food. So they've got heaps of Western food. So you've got like pizza, waffles, a lot of local seafood. Takiab. Oh, look at that. I want that burger for dinner. Heaps of seating, bars.
Would you be the one for me? Won't
Alright, we've done a lap. Do you want to work out what you want to eat?
Yeah, I probably want to eat before the 4,000 people arrive.
And that's Tamarind Market. So I've got my hot dog, I've got my noodles with prawns, Darren's got his pork. We're going to have dinner and we'll catch you later. And a nice cold singer.
Welcome to another episode of What Shit Can We Eat Today?
So yes, in what shit can we eat today? So on the way back from the market yesterday, we stopped and grabbed a couple of snacks from 7-Eleven. So Darren got just like a normal Thai Red Bull, and we got this. It's supposed to be a health drink.
So what we ended up with is essence of chicken in a jar as an energy drink.
So it should taste like, I don't know, chicken soup or something. And we also got some Durian Pocky sticks. Alright, I'm scared. Let's try this.
What does this smell like?
It smells like
Feet out of the water.
it smells like chicken.
It smells like feet out of the water.
No, it smells like chicken soup.
It's the egg all over again. Oh, it's just kind of tastes like a really strong chicken broth.
No.
A really strong chicken broth. Finish it off.
No, I don't want it. It's
Go
gross.
on, finish it off. Go on, finish it off. So, energy drinks, while he's trying to wash that down, over here, which is their Red Bull, is about 5 times. You want drink, do you? Just.
Okay, carry on.
These are the equivalent of a whole can of energy drink.
They're actually the equivalent of.
Oh, about 3 cans of energy
Yeah.
drink. With half a ton of sugar in it.
It's just like a syrup.
But they are nice.
Okay, Durian Pocky. So, Darren doesn't like durian, but I do. But he wasn't going to have one, but because he made me drink that chicken shit, he has to eat one of these. That's cool.
They taste like petrol.
That's like durian.
Tastes like petrol. They're actually not too bad. They're mild.
I like them. Alright,
Sugary durian.
see ya.